Good afternoon. Welcome. It is Today in the W with your boy Flo. One more time. We are back on Sunday, September the 3rd to have some fun, to make some money, share on the positive vibes. If you would so kindly, please like the video, comment to the channel, subscribe, share with everybody. The growth is truly amazing. I'm looking forward to keep moving it along. Football is right around the corner, so you know what's about to happen with the Jets. I'm going to get you right on that. Expect my player props to come later today as far as players that I like in the NFL this year. Who's going to do what? You know, we racked it up really good last year. We were all over Saquon Barkley. We were all over Justin Jefferson. We had his lead the league in receiving yards. I'm going to give you my breakdown. I've got like 5 or 6 that I'm really confident on. I'm already in on all of them. I'm going to give you the full scope of why I like them and some other leans I have for this NFL season. But also, we are officially sponsored by Props.Cash. They are a tremendous product, a product that I've used since New York has received gambling just over a year and a half ago. Honestly, the growth has been amazing with Props.Cash. You can look at odds from all the books. You can use the splits, home road. You can sort and look at minutes played. You can look at when this player isn't in the lineup. Everything with Props.Cash, a big reason why we've been making money on this channel. And if you want to sign up with them, which I would strongly implore you to, use code FLO, FLOW. That's me. Get 25% off your first month with Props.Cash. And I'm promising you, you won't regret it. They've got the mobile app. I'm at the gym. I'm looking at numbers when I'm at the gym. Whether I'm on the way home from work, I'm looking at numbers there. And by the time I get home and hit these books, I'm able to process what I'm about to see and what I can expect. And a lot of times it allows you to hit those lines early on when they first drop. And you'll notice, oh, that line is about a point or two too low, or an assist or rebound too high. And you can take advantage. So Props.Cash is where it's at, and that's where you want to be. Let's recap what happened yesterday. It was Saturday. We had one game. The game wasn't until 9 o'clock at night. And it was between the number 1 seed, the reigning champs, the Las Vegas Aces, and the Seattle Storm, lowly, just playing out the string. Well, Seattle stuck with them for about 2.5 quarters before things got out of hand. We went 1-1 on the day. We were on Kelsey Plum's threes. She shot 0 of 6. It happens. We were on A'ja Wilson's rebounds ladder. And let me just say, frustrating because she hit the 10 3/4 and we had the 12 for plus 245. So you just needed the Storm to keep the game some semblance of shouting distance. 8 to 12 points, but they couldn't even do that. So A'ja doesn't play a minute of the fourth quarter. She sticks at 10, so we don't climb the ladder. But what we did do, we smacked our long shot. Shout outs to Anthony Edwards, who went off this morning in the FIBA. So let's see if we can continue the positive days rolling. It's a day in green. Not as much as you'd like, but I'm not throwing that one back into the ocean. Before we begin, we've got 4 games today. And it's a day where all 4 games are meaningful. Because just check out what's going on. Looming is that WNBA playoffs and a stretch run into July. Up top, we know who the 2 favorites are. It's the Las Vegas Aces and the New York Liberty. And if you're in New York, you are praying to the high heavens by some miracle that the Phoenix Mercury, Brittany Griner, Mariah Jefferson, who play Las Vegas in their final 2 games, please, baby, just give me one. Upset the Aces, catch them slipping, have a crazy hot day, but they're a banged up group. So I'm not sure you can expect something there from the Aces. It looks like they'll be locked into the 1 seed, the New York Liberty, at that 2 spot. And barring something crazy or unforeseen, you're going to see Connecticut at the 3 and Dallas at the 4. But what catches my interest is really that 5 to 9. Multiple ways you could look at that. For one, only 2.5 games separates the 5 seed from the 9 seed. 2, you're not only looking to make the playoffs, you're looking to avoid the Aces and the Liberty. I mean, do you really want to go to New York for a first round series? Or Las Vegas for a first round series? I know for me, I'd rather play in Dallas. I'd rather play against a Connecticut team that's looked suspect of late. So, a lot on the line today, and let's get into it. 4 games. The first one on the day is the New York Liberty traveling to the Shy City against the Chicago Sky. We mentioned the fact that the Liberty are trying to maintain pace with the Aces. And I got 3 plays today. We'll start off on the Chicago side of things. And I'm looking towards Kahleah, who stepped up in a huge way since Elena Smith went down. Still dealing with concussion symptoms. Went down against Seattle. And over the course of the last 4 games, Kahleah is smacking those rebounds. This year versus New York, she's been snatching them rebounds. 9, 7, and 5 in 3 games versus the Liberty. I like her to keep it going today because this is going to be a game where she's going to be scrapping with Benijah Laney, down low with Breanna Stewart. And And I think you're going to see a fast-paced game. I like Kahleah Copper at plus money to grab 5 rebounds to continue to do what she's been doing. I think this is one of these where the books haven't caught up yet to the fact that this is a different Chicago Sky team, the alignment, with more Kahleah at the 4, asking her role to do a little bit more and be more of a rugged player. Usually Courtney Williams would go down and grab those rebounds, and Kahleah, could just kind of roam on the perimeter, but they need Kahleah, they need her length down low to grab rebounds and to keep this New York team at bay. And speaking of things that have just happened against New York, one more time, let's dial it up. Courtney Williams, 5.5 assists, 3 for 3 versus New York this year, 8 over her last 10. She gets those assists done, especially at the crib. But let me just tell you what the biggest thing I see in this matchup with Courtney. Earlier this year, when the Liberty first played the Chicago Sky, Kahleah Copper remarked about her former teammate, Courtney Vandersloot, a player who they won a championship together, the point guard. If you're a fan of this channel, you are aware that we are a Courtney Vandersloot stan club. But I always find it kind of peculiar that Kahleah would gloss so glowingly about Courtney Vandersloot while Courtney Williams is right there. I mean, that's a little extra edge. That's like if your partner talks about their ex in such glowing fashion. You gotta give them the side eye a little bit, like, I'm right here. Or maybe you just say nothing, you just go out there and let your performance do the talking. But I think that's why Courtney Williams has been balling so much, because she's been grabbing rebounds, dishing it out on Prize Picks. We don't have her rebounds plus assists, but I'm guessing it's going to be at like 10.5. I'd go for that as well. I think Courtney's going to have a very good game today. Love this game because it should be a fast-paced game. Speaking of distributors and dishing the ball, Breanna Stewart. We were all over that versus the Connecticut Sun. We pointed out the fact that when Sabrina Ionescu doesn't play, Stewart had 6 and 7 assists earlier this year. She threw up another 7 spot against the Connecticut Sun, looking fluent, playing the high-low game, running the break. And I'm back on Breanna Stewart for over 3.5 assists one more time. Now, Ionescu is questionable for this game with a calf injury, but I just love the way the Liberty are playing basketball. It's an unselfish brand of basketball. Doesn't matter who scores. It's about getting the best caliber shot. Reminds me a lot of what the Golden State Warriors do with Steve Kerr. It's one more pass. It's getting an even better shot. You could be wide open, but maybe someone's even more wide open. Liberty are really rolling right now. I'm not there on their futures to win the title, but they're playing the best ball in the league. Their squad deep off the bench with Johannes and Kayla Thornton, who just signed an extension. Stephanie Dolson's back, looking good, at great backup. Top to bottom, to me, this is the team playing the best ball at the perfect time of the year. But back to Stewie, who's over these 3.5 assists with 5, 4, and 6 in 3 matchups versus the Sky. If there's no Ionescu, you can rest assured I am laddering her up all the way up to 8. Probably going to do something like 5 assists at plus 175 with her 5 rebounds on DK, and for her 8 assists, which is plus 1,200, which she's flirted with 2 times. Yeah, no Ionescu. I'm building the ladder all the way up to 8. See if we can get some magic on that one. Leans for this game or Courtney Vandersloot's assists at 7.5. My only concern is how long do they need to play the point guard in this game? They want to kind of get her some rest. 7.5 is a nice number against her ex-mates. Stewie's rebounds. I think that she should grab 11 or 12 today. So the line's currently at 9.5. Sweet on DraftKings to see what goes on with that. And another lean is Jonquel Jones, who let us down last game versus the Sun. I have no words. I'm not playing it today, but she should easily have 13, 14 points. She should dominate Liz Williams. She's done it in the past. I just don't want that pain again today. Second game of the day is the Minnesota Lynx. And they have a matchup today where they get the Phoenix Mercury at home. And the first play I want to give out, but it's not there, and probably why you should follow me on Twitter. Put notifications on too. Lynx minus 2.5. That was the line when it opened. I laughed out loud. The first half spread was minus 1.5. Fast forward now, about 10, 12 hours later, the Lynx are now 7.5 point favorites with a 4.5 first half spread. So can't give that out. Hopefully, if you're on the timeline, you're cashing and you caught that line because the books were slipping. I mean, Taurasi's not there. Cunningham's not there. I understand that the Mercury put forth a great performance in Connecticut last time, but stop it. Connecticut is a janky team. The Lynx are a fast, fun, young team. We saw them come down to the wire against the Atlanta Dream, come through. BZF, baby. I told everyone. I screamed it from the mountaintops. I was with my guy, Mr. Dreamy, on his live stream. I'm told you, Feezy's going off. Like, that's a matchup where nobody's stopping her. And in this game, I wanted to take her points, but I don't think she's going to need to score 24 for them to win. But I do love her rebounds. Napheesa Collier against this Mercury team. And if you've heard me say it, I'll say it one more time. The power forward on that weak side snatches those boards. And especially that Jess Shepard is not in this game as well. Well, there you go. Napheesa Collier gets it done when Jessica Shepard is out. And in 2 matchups versus the Phoenix Mercury, she's 9 and 12 rebounds apiece. Like Breanna Stewart, I like the ladder opportunity here. You just need the game to stay close. We don't have a double-double line, but if we get one on FanDuel at maybe plus 200, definitely throwing down on that because it's feezy. 7.5 boards. I mean, it opened at minus 102. It's at minus 113. It's disrespectful. She's one of the best players in the league. I love this Lynx team. One other lean from this game. Diamond Miller's points at 10.5 points. There's no one on this Phoenix team to give any resistance on the wing. I think this is a game where they're going to let her go out there, make her mistakes, and actually play. Because if she plays at 25, she should probably get 15 points if we're being honest about it. So we move on to a huge game in the City of Angels between the Mystics and the Sparks. And I got 2 plays from this one. Before we get into the plays, I got to talk about the Los Angeles Sparks. The Los Angeles Sparks have been punked over the course of their last 2 games. You let the Chicago Sky, a lowly team, come into your building, pull their feet up on your carpet, up on your couch, and they used the zone defense that confused you and had you lost and came back and dominated you in the 4th quarter. Then the following game, you let a Seattle Storm team that should be playing for Caitlin Clark, for Angel Reese, come to the crib and dominate you and embarrass you, win by double digits. And now brings us to tonight's matchup. Natasha Cloud. This is a player routinely in the past has hit game winners on you, has been dancing on the sideline. I'm a Knicks fan. She's done to y'all what LeBron does to us. Dominating y'all, laughing at you guys, and dancing and having fun in the meantime. You gonna do something about that? Because Natasha Cloud's 5.5 assists is my favorite play of the day. And that's our first one from this game. She is over this line in the last 2 years against LA, dominated on them. I mean, you let Natasha Cloud Millie rock on y'all. Man, y'all got to show up in a big way. I like Natasha Cloud to get it done today. There's going to be no Ariel Atkins, no Elena Deladon is in rather, but no Shakira Austin. So I think just she'll have more usage. The ball will be in her hands more as compared to when Atkins is in there, and it's more of an even split. So I think that's why if you look at her last 10 games, the assist numbers kind of lie a little bit there. I'm also on Azura Stevens rebounds at 5.5, plus 100, 7 and 6 in 2 matchups versus Washington. I love that plus 100 line. I don't think the books have accounted for 2 things. One, this is essentially a must-win spot for the Sparks. So unless Kurt Miller wants to go back to his rotation where Zora plays, then she doesn't play. If she plays the full 30 minutes, she should have 7 or 8 rebounds. 2, no Shakira Austin, so the rebounds will be available once again. That Mystics team just can't get right. The front line should be suspect. Shakira was doing an excellent job when she came back, but unfortunately she has the leg injury again. Heal up Shakira. I feel so bad for this Mystics team. I mean, there's an alternate reality where they're the 2 seed or the 3 seed. I mean, when they were squad deep, fully healthy, they were in New York giving them the business in primetime on ABC. This is a team that I think is a title contender if they were fully healthy, but unfortunately it's been a year of up and downs with Ariel Atkins down, Elena Deladon on the mend, and now Shakira Austin hurt again. Hopefully they can get their players back for the playoff runs because they are a dangerous team. I love this Mystics team. They play the great brand of basketball, great coaching, great defense, great offense. Love everything about this Mystics team. One other lean for this game will be Jordan Canada's assist at 5.5. I'll probably get there and take that as well. Cannot state enough that when Prize Picks puts up that 11.5 Canada plus Cloud assist, I am all over that. One of them's going for 7, and we just need the other one to get 5. It's spades. I'm going to get my books, just throw a couple in. We'll get some laughs. We'll get some coffee afterwards because I love that 11.5. It reminds me similar to that Chelsea Gray, Kelsey Plum 10.5, 11 number from one night ago. That was insanity and craziness. So that's that matchup, and we look at this full slate of things with these 4 games we have. I'm forgetting one game. Oh, yeah, it's the Dallas Swings and the Indiana Fever. Sorry about that. How about the fact that Satou Sabally is back? In full effect, dominating, 40 ball, splashing that 3. Satou is one of the most improved players in the league. She probably should win that award. She is a player who is scrappy, can score, great defense, great distributor, and she comes back against this Indiana team that's got to get her in check tonight. So I look for Satou Sabally to get back into the assist column today with her 4.5 assists because I think that if you're Indiana, you can't let her punk you again. So I think that Tierra McCowan missed a bunch of shots in the lane last game. I think she bounces back. And as I always say, as Tierra goes, so does Satu's assists tend to go. It's a great matchup down low for Tierra to get some easy buckets, maybe get 12, 14 points. So yeah, give me the 5 assists. I think Queen Satu is going to do what she does. Zigzag spot. Last game she got a little points. Today she's the distributor. She's an all-around great player. Love Satu Sabally in this spot. And now, before we wrap up and get up out of here, let's get some long shots. I'm going to have more as the lines come out because DraftKings hasn't dropped everything yet. But let's go with our long shots for the day. First, let's start with that Chicago Sky New York Liberty game where I got to do it. It's the point guard against the Sky back in Chicago. Give me the double-double, plus 500. She's already done it against them this season. And the fact that the Sky are giving up a league-leading assist, 2-point guards over the course of the last 20 games. Yeah, Courtney Vandersloot, no brainer. Don't even think about it. Ionescu might be out as well, so even more usage for Courtney in this one. Just a sprinkling, not a full unit, but I love the double-double. 2 other long shots I'm on, more on the plus 15-19, as you see right here. It's Breanna Stewart to go 5x5. 5 rebounds is a throwaway leg, but it's the assist we're going for, as we outlined earlier in the video. Napheesa Collier, PZF baby, hold me down one time, get those 8 rebounds like I know you can. And I'll tell you what, I'll probably play this as a solo, but Jordan Canada 5 dimes, Natasha Cloud 5 dimes, and Azura Stevens 5 rebounds. I love all 3 of those legs. So you put it all together, you get 15-19. Now I'm going to give you my if this hits, we all going to Cabo in first rounds on y'all because I gave y'all this. Plus 10, 388. It's Stewie for those 5 dimes. It's Benai Jelani, who I mentioned that Liberty team and how they play team ball. It's for her to get 2 assists. Kahleah Copper to snatch those rebounds. The risky one here is Kahleah Copper 2 dimes. I think she'll get there, but, you know, she could be such a mercurial player where her head will get in the game. You'll see with the slumped shoulders. She'll force it into double teams, but if she just plays the way she's been playing lately, I think she'll get the 2. Then we go off to the Valley where it's going to be Napheesa Collier grabbing 10 boards and Brittany Griner throwing in 2 as a throwaway leg. Really like Napheesa Collier on the glass today. The game just has to stay close. And the struggle one might be here with Natasha Cloud to get 8 assists. I think she'll get 6 or 7, but we're pushing it here for her to get the 8. And Jordan Cannon is the maestro. She's going to get those 5 for us. So I'll see you back here later tonight when this plus 10, 388 hits. And yeah, let me know when you're booking your flight and where we're going. So that will do it for us here today in the W. One more time, I just want to extend a special shout out and a thanks to everybody who's been rocking with your boy. I do not take your support for granted. Do not take it lightly. As always, please reach out to me on social media, on Twitter or X. Please just hit me up. Let's have some thoughts. Always down to help people hit parlays. Let's make some cash together. Please remember, if you can, sign up at Props.Cash. Promo code FLO. I'm telling you, these people will make you money because when you see the numbers in the charts, I'm a visual person. So seeing it like that, it just does something to me where I'm able to visualize the money. So Props.Cash is where it's at. FLO saves you 25% on your first month subscription. Thank you, everyone, for joining me today on Today in the W. It's an amazing day. Let's make some money. Let's have some fun. Let's have some positive vibes. Simple as that. Take it easy, everyone.